This day you have called for Geoffrey de Gournay. This man, like all men, is made of the tales which form his life. As he sat vigilant, he wore the red of courage and the blood which he would shed to defend this kingdom. He wore the white of purity and the black of mortality. This man's tale begins many years ago. And as part of that tale, he sought to become a knight. He sought to learn of perfect mastery. In the quest of this, he found a tale which spoke to his heart. And in this tale, he learned not to judge others. He learned to listen. He learned to give courtesy. And he learned to think. Your Majesties, you have called such a man to serve you. This man who comes before you comes this day bearing the sword handed into his trust, that he would serve another and learn of knighthood and perfect mastery. But as with all tales, that tale comes to an end. He must return that which was entrusted to him, with thanks for the lessons learned, the camaraderie, and the friendship given. Because now, before him, summoned by his crown, greater tasks and burdens await. So he returns the sword. He returns the belt. He returns that relationship. But he does not return the friendship and the joy which he has learned from it, and which now he will dedicate to this kingdom. In the end, all men's tales are told amongst their friends and around campfires. And as they are told, it is those memories which we will treasure. You have called before you Geoffrey de Gournay, he who is only the second Ansteorran to win the Valor tourney and stand as champion of Batavia, a centurion of your kingdom, and he who would give the red of courage and blood in service, who dedicates himself to purity, inspired by his lady, and will face mortality, if it is required, as a man and as the station to which you would raise him. This, your Majesties, is the man you have called, Geoffrey de Gournay.
Geoffrey, once before we called you in the presence of this order and asked if you would, by our hand, accept entrance into this order.
Your Majesty, I will.
Do you do this as a free man?
I do.
Then?
I ask, is there a member of the Order of the Pelican that would speak for this man?
Aye, Your Majesty, there is. It is I, Master Einar Magnusson, member of the Order of the Pelican. I have not known this man his entire SCA career because he started in another kingdom. But I have known this man since he came to our home. And I can attest to many things. As I usually say, his prowess is being recognized. But I shall speak to other things. This man came to my home and wasted no time stepping up to anything that was needed, usually without asking, and usually at great sacrifice to himself. Because of mundane things, his work requires him to frequently work hours that most of us would not enjoy at all. And yet, I would see this man come on no or little sleep, and be where we needed him to be, and do so cheerfully, and encourage others to be there with him. This is the service that I recognize. Your Majesty, this man is my peer.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel that would speak for this man?
My name is Geoffrey, son of Lochlan. And as with Master Einar, I have known this man since he came to our lands. As a Laurel, I speak to the arts. And with many warriors, as it is the same with Geoffrey, most of the arts, most of the crafts of his hands involve keeping his camp, and his family. Where his true art shines through is in the degree of the fierceness of his defense and the humbleness of his love of his family and his friends and the care that he keeps them in. Your Majesties, this man is my name.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose that would speak for this man?
Yes, Your Majesty. My name is Gwenvar Canor Diana's mom. Yes, I know. Duchess and Rose of the Kingdom of Ansteorra. And I'm here to speak for you, Geoffrey. Though the fighters will ask how much of a thug you can be on the field, and the Laurels will ask how pretty you are, and the Pelicans will ask, what have you done for me lately? The Roses will ask you, Geoffrey, how much of an inspiration can you be as a knight of the society? To be honest, Geoffrey, when I met you, I already thought you were one. You are such a gracious, kind, loving badass. And I love you for it. You exemplify what I find to be a knight. And you're above and beyond my equal here.
Is there a lion that would speak for this man?
Yes, Your Majesty, there is.
Uh-oh!
Your Majesty. Perhaps you might not know, Geoffrey is being knighted. And I find pleasure in that. This man impresses me. This man is a defender. This man is a defender with his arms and with his head. But most of all, this man is a defender in his heart. He defends what's in his heart. And what is in his heart is his family and Ansteorra. This man is my hero.
I would speak for this man as well, Your Majesty. I'm Earl de Vie. Years ago, this man came to me at the request of his knight. His knight wanted me to fight him until I was tired. He had no regard for what Geoffrey wanted. I said, okay. I took this man out with a brand new stick, and I poked it upon him. I struck him so many times and so hard that it ruined a brand new stick. And yet this man stood there and was game to keep going until I was tired. This man has the blood of Ansteorra flowing through his veins, and he is a lion. He is my peer.
Thank you. And thank you for teaching us a lot. Are there spurs for this man?
There are, Your Majesty. Geoffrey, it's no secret that my 22 years as a knight and as a master, my favorite accoutrement has always been the spurs. They're lowly, they're on your feet, they're not proudly around your neck or your waist for all to see, and yet they're your lifesavers in battle. While your hands are busy, those spurs guide your horse. They go forward, backwards, to the side, over opponents, around opponents, what's necessary to keep you alive so you can do your job. Those spurs are your compass. Every time you put those spurs on, you think about what they mean. Power, drive, focus. And you live your life like that. Understand?
Is there a belt for this man?
There is, Your Majesty. White belt of the knight. Pure, unstained. No karma. Sure path. Just don't pick a problem.
You know how to do
Instead, want to do everything himself.
He said thank you, Mother.
He wouldn't even leave a diaper on. It was his turn.
Don't worry about it. We love you, Billy. Don't worry about it.
I'll let you not tell you. Thanks, Dad. Is there a chain?
There is, Your Majesty. This is a knight's chain. Its unadorned, unbroken links are a symbol of fealty to the crown and kingdom. Do not be the weakest link. No, you will not be the weakest link.
It disappeared.
This is the chain that Sir Baldwin was knighted with. This is the chain that Sir Ulf was knighted with. This is the chain that Sir Evangelos was knighted with. This is the chain that I was knighted with. Sir Ungus, Sir Angus have both worn it. Sir Vigan has worn it. Your knight, Sir Brom, has worn it. And his knight, Duke Michael, has worn it.
That's a lineage.
Chain of the north.
That is a northern chain.
No pressure.
As I have said already today, this is a heavy burden. It is singularly the one thing that ties you to the crown and kingdom like no other. It is so heavy, in fact, that it cannot be placed upon your neck by anyone other than yourself. I'll give it to you to do so. Did you swear your chivalry before? Where's the sword of chivalry? Lad.
Lad.
Chivalry.
Sword of chivalry, lad.
Where's the lad?
He was a little busy. I mean,
He is pretty. He is pretty.
He's very pretty.
We can forgive him.
Apparently not very bright.
Loaded in his wagon.
hey, John, that's a 50 cornet.
There was this
Pretty out west.
How far away did he go?
Literally in his wagon.
Literally, all right.
Back to Romania.
We're going with this.
Doing it live.
Come back, Vlad! Ted!
I solemnly swear
My free and voluntary desire to serve
my free and voluntary desire to serve
as a knight of the Kingdom of Ansteorra and society.
as a knight of the Kingdom of Ansteorra and the Society.
I do swear
I do swear
to be loyal with word and deed,
to be loyal with word and deed,
to seek the fellowship of good men,
to seek the fellowship of good men,
to hearken to their words and remember them,
to hearken to their words and remember them,
to be humble and courteous wherever I go,
to be humble and courteous wherever I go,
to be charitable to the poor and defend the helpless,
to be charitable to the poor and defend the helpless,
to be faithful in love and loyal in friendship.
to be faithful in love and loyal in friendship.
I will never boast but cherish humility instead.
I will never boast but cherish humility instead.
I will speak the truth at all times and forever keep my word.
I will speak the truth at all times and forever keep my word.
I will place character above riches
I will place character above riches
and concern for others above personal wealth.
and concern for others above personal wealth.
I will uphold justice by being fair to all.
I will uphold justice by being fair to all.
I will forgive when asked,
I will forgive when asked,
that my own mistakes may be forgiven.
that my own mistakes will be forgiven.
I will live my life with courtesy and honor
I will live my life with courtesy and honor
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
So say I.
So say I, Honorable Lord Geoffrey de Gournay.
This day I do swear,
This day I do swear,
faith and fealty,
faith and fealty,
unto the crown and kingdom of Ansteorra,
under the crown and kingdom of Ansteorra,
to love what she loves,
to love what she loves,
to hate what she hates,
to hate what she hates,
to go or to stay,
to go or to stay,
to speak or to be silent,
to speak or to be silent,
in peace and in war,
in peace and in war,
in living and dying,
in living and in dying,
so long as she keeps me as I am.
so long as she keeps me as I am.
When I first spoke this vow,
When I first spoke this vow,
so say I,
so say I, Honorable Lord Geoffrey de Gournay.
to keep this vow until Ansteorra releases me,
To keep this vow until Ansteorra releases me,
death takes me,
death takes me,
or the world ends.
or the world ends.
We, Lochlan and Michelle, promise, pledge, and guarantee in the sight of all that we will be the protectors and the defenders of this kingdom, insofar as we are supported according to your knowledge and ability. Receive this oath by our hands, who, though unworthy, are charged to be in the place and authority of the kingdom of Ansteorra. And remember to gird the sword of our bond to your heart, that with it you may exercise equity. This is the sword of Ansteorra. It's the lion's sword. The heart. And with it, I give you once for honor. Arise as a night would, prepare to receive the last blow you shall ever receive unanswered.
Woo! Yeah!
We now present to you these letters patent as written proof of these ceremonies, that in the future none may contest your claim to membership of this order. Let it be written into the annals of the kingdom of Ansteorra that this day King Lochlan, Queen Michelle, did elevate Sir Geoffrey to the order of chivalry as a knight of the society. Newest knight of the order of chivalry. Vivat!
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 Oh, you don't get to.
I went too quick.
It was a
It's
rough
hot.
All right, brothers and sisters, mug this man out of court.